If you have ever wondered why investors buy land in seemingly undeveloped or unpopular areas and in a few years' time they begin to cash out big time, this video is for you. My name is Ibi Victor, popularly known as your Abuja favorite realtor. I help you secure the best real estate investment deals right here in the city of Abuja that are safe, secured, and guaranteed to bring you huge returns on your investment. I do that by ensuring that you are well educated to know where and how to invest in the city of Abuja that will definitely be profitable for you. For those who are wondering how this works for real estate investors, it is simply called the first movers advantage. That is to tell you that they decide to take the first step to invest in those locations, because we've always said in this particular channel that you should look out for where the people are going and buy the land before they get there. This is very critical for real estate investment. Beyond having a strategic location to invest, one thing you should always consider when investing is the timing of your investment. This is because the timing of your investment will definitely affect the kind of appreciation that you are going to get from that investment. If it's going to be huge and fast, or it's going to be the other way around. So the early movers advantage is what actually makes these people cash out big from their investment in real estate and from those locations that we consider undeveloped or unpopular at the time. Now, the question is, who is a first mover? It is simple. A first mover is an investor who invests early in a property market or in an emerging location before that particular location becomes popular or become mainstream. Now, they identify the potential of that location and decide to harness it before other persons decide to come in. What they simply do is that they get in first, buy at a low price, and begin to enjoy the benefits as development, demand, and value rise for that particular location. Now, for you who is seeing this video, what are the advantages of moving in as an early mover? The first advantage you enjoy as an early mover is that you get into this location at lower entry prices. That is to say, these locations, due to the fact that they are underdeveloped, unpopular at the time, you get to enjoy lower entry prices. That is to tell you, they give you at a price that is more affordable than those places that are already developed and enjoying more of development and infrastructure at the time. But if you come in as an early mover into a particular location that is about to experience development and all of that, then you definitely will be getting it at a lower price. The second advantage you enjoy as an early mover is higher appreciation potential. Just like, I've always said, even in this video, is that you look out for where the people are going and buy the land before they get there. Another thing you should know is that you don't wait to buy real estate. You buy real estate and wait. That is to say, for that early mover who decides to get into a particular location, what happens is that the development meets you there. And as development meets you there, the demand increases. And as the demand increases, the appreciation for your investment or your property begins to increase alongside the development that comes into that particular location or that particular area, as it were. The third advantage you enjoy as an early mover is the fact that you have the opportunity to get better property selection. That is to say, you get to choose the prime plot, the best locations, the best corner piece, or depending on what that particular location looks like, you are going to get the best out of it, because as the eyes of other people begin to open to that place, you've already gotten the best plot, the best location with the right amenities surrounding that particular location that you've chosen. The fact is, as other people begin to come into the location, it becomes limited, and what they can get is actually limited as well. So as an early mover, you have the advantage of picking the best plots, the best property from that particular location that you choose to invest in. Another advantage you enjoy as an early mover is that you have stronger negotiating power. This is simple because the owners of those locations actually want you in that location. So they'll do anything to ensure that they get you. So in that regard, you are going to be having discount, flexible payment options, and so many other incentives that comes with you deciding to want to invest in that location. So in that way, you can decide the payment plan you want to go for, and you can negotiate down the amount that is being offered to you just to ensure that you get a particular plot in that location. They'll be willing to compromise certain things just to ensure that they accommodate you in that location. So you have a stronger negotiating power as an early mover moving into a location that is not fully developed or unpopular at the time that is being presented to you. So the fifth advantage you enjoy as an early mover is the long-term passive gain. Now, for a place like Abuja, there's a land reform that states that you cannot hold your land for more than 2 to 3 years before the development of that land. Now, for those who are early movers into emerging locations or popular locations, as it were, the good thing is that you can do land banking in those locations. So for a place like Abuja, like I mentioned, you can decide to get a plot of land from an emerging location that is a bit away from the city center. That's where you have the opportunity to do land banking around that location. That is to state that you can keep that land for over 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to allow that land appreciate before you decide to develop, which will eventually lead to capital appreciation and ultimately cash flow when you decide to develop those locations. Those places become residential hubs because the city center is already saturated. So people will be looking for where to get into. And as such, you become the first beneficiary of the influx of people into that particular location. So you are guaranteed high returns from that investment that you decide to do in that particular location. The sixth advantage of being an early mover is that you enjoy prestige and influence. That is to say, you become a trendsetter. You become a trailblazer. You become someone who actually helps in the community development and all of that. People look up to you. People want to know because you were already there before every other person that came into that place. For the northern people, they begin to call you what we call the Meangwa, the leader of the community, the head of the community, because you moved in early and have mastered the community, mastered what is happening there. At that point, you are able to influence infrastructure, you are able to influence community development and all of that. So as an early mover, you enjoy prestige, you enjoy influence and all of that comes with moving into a particular community early. And lastly, one thing you also enjoy is high return with lower competition. This is because you already conquered that particular community. Most people who come into that particular community now depend on you. Now, the fact is, before they come in, development must have started coming in. So what they enjoy now may not be as much as what you will be enjoying because you moved into that location before every other person. So you enjoy high ROI and the competition for ROI within that location will be less. So being a first mover or early mover is not you just buying real estate, you are buying time. Time for the location to grow, time for infrastructure to expand, and time for demand to catch up. Being a first mover or early mover, you are not just buying real estate or investing in real estate, you are investing in time. Time for the location to grow, time for infrastructure to expand, and time for development to catch up. And as all these factors compound, your initial risks transform into massive returns on your investment. Now, let us balance it up. Before moving into a particular location, one thing that is very important is research. You must carry out your due diligence about that location. You should look out for government infrastructure, look out for emerging businesses, look out for what the plan of the government is for that particular location because it is important. Because not every location you decide to key into or you are thinking of keying into could be productive for you. So you must carry out your research and your due diligence to ensure that those locations are actually worth your investment. So you don't invest in locations that you just end up tying down your money and at the end of the day, nothing comes out of it. As an investor, when you hear about emerging location, don't dismiss it as being too early. Remember, the fortunes in real estate are made by those who see the future before others do. If you are interested in investing in emerging locations in the city of Abuja, which I think you should reach out to us on the numbers that is right on your screen. Remember, I help you secure the best real estate investment deals right here in the city of Abuja that is safe, secured, and guaranteed to bring you huge returns on your investment. And finally, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do so. Subscribe, like this video, and share so that others can also get valuable tips as it relates to investing in the city of Abuja. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.